So we're building a cannon,
Right.
bazooka thing. It's a sort of trap.
With Tracy Brand's help and HR's help, they've created this device called the Speed Force Bazooka.
There is a tiny little problem.
We need, by my calculations,
calculation.
3.86 terajoules of energy.
That's more energy than in the sun.
The only way to stop Savitar is with this bazooka, but if you can't power it, they're kind of helpless. So there is a power source, and the power source is in Argus, of all places.
That's great.
You can't have it, Barry.
Yeah, if Lila won't let us have the Dominator's tech, then we're gonna break into Argus and we're gonna steal it.
No, you won't.
What is that?
They installed power dampeners throughout this Argus facility, and so Barry can't use his powers.
So you're saying this is the most fortified structure in the history of fortified structures. They can't use their superpowers, and we have less than 14 hours to steal the thing.
And none of us are master thieves.
No, we're not.
So Barry realizes, if I can't use my powers, then I need a master thief. And that master thief is Leonard Snart, AKA Captain Cold.
Hello, Flash. I need your help.
So Barry travels back to the Wave Rider in Legends to get that version of Captain Cold and to bring him back to the present day.
Huh? Awkward.
And there is a very large defender of the power source, and that is none other than King Shark.
Hey everybody, happy Flash Day. So we got so much to unpack here. The key to defeating Savitar is this giant weapon. So there is going to be a new Flash Ring giveaway. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber, leave a comment on this video. So we're finally at the point in the show where they're using the Speed Force in novel ways. They're using it to power weapons. Argus has learned how to block Barry's powers. I don't think we'll ever quite get to the point we got to during the New 52 Flash run, where the Darwin Elias character, who's kind of a Harrison Wells type, tries to use the Flash's Speed Force energy for sinister purposes, or at least take credit for something that he doesn't deserve. So you can see that there are elements of that in the show already, but he ends up trying to use the Flash's excess Speed Force as this source of renewable energy. It'd be like claiming you came up with cold fusion, but really you're just stealing power from someone that gets their power from dark matter in another dimension. It did lead to all kinds of crazy problems in the creation of the Daniel West Reverse Flash, who actually just came back in Rebirth a little while ago. But the fun thing about this episode is that even though it seems like a casual heist, and they kind of explain some of the logic so we know which version of Captain Cold this is, they're getting the Dominator power source to power the Speed Bazooka so that they can defeat Savitar and trap him in the Speed Force prison. But on the path to that, they are going to cause so much havoc that they'll be able to capitalize on in Season 4 if they want to. So just like Season 1 where Harrison Wells tries to power up the reactor again so that he can go back home, Barry can go back and save his mother, creates this giant wormhole in the sky that almost sucks the city up into it. There'll be all kinds of crazy consequences to their actions in the next 2 episodes, so hopefully they don't leave them flying in the wind. I'm hoping that they don't completely fix Captain Cold, so that's the back door to him coming back during Season 4. So this version of Captain Cold, just to clarify, is Barry going back in time to the timeline during Season 1 of Legends of Tomorrow. So the Captain Cold that was flying around last year on Legends of Tomorrow, still alive, that's who we're talking to here. So he hasn't sacrificed himself, he hasn't experienced anything from Season 2 of Legends of Tomorrow, so he'll have no memory of the Spear of Destiny or any of that adventure. But the other hat tip here is that Lila already has anti-speedster technology in place guarding this alien power source. That's a bit of a twist. Like, you always wonder, why can't the Flash do this on his own? He's one of the most powerful people on the Earth. The best way to counteract that and keep him from getting too OP is to have scientists like Tracy Brand come up with technology, other scientists that are really smart, find ways of dampening his powers. So you take his powers away, he's just another really smart scientist. Never forget that Barry Allen is a scientist, even though they don't always have him doing CSI stuff every single episode. But we talked about it before, the Legends of Tomorrow Wave Rider has anti-speedster guns. They used it on the Reverse Flash, so it's really funny seeing Barry plan a heist with one of the rogues to break into Argus and steal a power source, even though it's for a good reason. They have to solve the problem of Savitar. But it's not like Lila is just going to roll over and take that. What do you think she's going to do next season to stop him from doing stuff like that? If Amanda Waller was still around, she would definitely beef up her anti-speedster arsenal, and she would reform a new version of the Suicide Squad. So yes, King Shark was a member of the Suicide Squad. They technically haven't reformed it officially yet, even though there's a lot of Suicide Squad characters that are going to be in the Arrow finale. so it's still a little early to start talking about what's going to be happening in season 4. So just start looking for things in the next 2 episodes that'll come back to haunt them in a big way next season. So we have a scientist who's learning all about the Speed Force. What if someone were to misuse that knowledge? I think there's a certain amount of value in keeping it a little bit mysterious. You start over explaining how the Force works in Star Wars, and it starts to make it feel less special. So no midichlorians on the Flash, but there's all kinds of fun stuff that you can pull from it in terms of story. Like you start to learn to use it, other people who are not speedsters can also learn how to use it for all kinds of mischief. Big question though, let me know in the comments, do you want them to fridge Savitar at the end of the season? And when I say fridge, I mean like completely kill the character in a way that will not enable him to come back. So like Barry learns the lesson, don't create time remnants, don't try to change the past so he doesn't lead to the creation of another Savitar, but also getting rid of the one that exists right now completely. The other option would be to trap him in the Speed Force prison and just leave him there in case you ever want to use him again during a big villain team up. Like you bring the Black Flash back because he's a really important concept for speedsters. He's the specter of death for speedsters. You're never going to get rid of the Black Flash. You just have different versions of the Black Flash. But a character like Savitar, who has like this crazy speed, he has this fearsome suit that makes him way faster than the Flash. That's an important thing too. He's faster when he's in the suit. You can always bring him back in a future season for a single episode or for some big speedster villain team up. But a lot of times the people that they bring back just depend on how much the writers and the producers like the way it works out. Like they really like the Eddie character, so even though they kill him off, they still bring him back because fans like him and it's just a really fun twist for him to show up as a Speed Force wormhole alien. So let me know, end of the season, they fixed the problem with Savitar. Do you ever want to see him come back? Now they did already confirm that the season 4 villain will not be a speedster villain. Now there will be villain speedsters, it's just that the biggest villain will not be a speedster villain. They're implying that it's going to be DeVoe, the Thinker. We can talk more about that after the finale. I'll remind everyone about the giveaway later tonight, and the giveaway will continue during the off-season. I'll still be doing Flash Ring giveaways. Just start thinking about the Flash DC TV stuff you guys want to talk about during the off-season. I've also got an Injustice 2 review that I'll try and post before the Flash starts tonight. While you wait for that, you can click here for New Justice League, and you can click here for all my Flash videos. Thank you so much for watching. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.